Ladies and gents, welcome to the finals of our 2v2 Pro League here at MetaPlays for Halo Wars 2. In the blue color, this is Daylon, and we've also got Admiration, also known here as Redneck. That's really a smurf, not the actual Admiration, right? Playing as Cutter and Yap Yap. And on the other side of the map, we've got Dark Angel and his buddy EOD. They're playing as Yapper and Cutter. Yap Yap is very popular on Bedrock. Oh, I forgot to say, for the Pro League, we have a £200 prize pool. And we really need more sign-ups in the future. Please sign up for these Pro Leagues. They don't get enough players, that's for sure. Don't know if people are just scared or uninterested. I'm a little worried it's the second one, but I hope not. Let's change it. Show us you guys still care. Anyways, moving on. We've got Daylon potentially gearing up for a generator, but not really because there's a stolen mini base. So it just makes sense to pop up the barracks. Redneck not going for a generator at all is definitely wild. He's going for 2 mini base steals. Obviously that's not gonna be barracks based whatsoever. Like, he's not gonna make a raid camp. They're gonna be destroyed eventually. That's just a guarantee. The other players are closer, they have more stuff. They make barracks units. There's no ways to keep those up. Yeah, I think this is a one generator kind of build. EOD might make a Spartan up front here. I gotta say, I'm still somewhat failing to see the purpose of the mini base deals in 2v2s because it's so easy to clear them out. So I'm not even sure what the point is. Do they actually pay themselves off by the time that people make a handful of anti-building units and just go after them? Because like, this is what we see. People just make a barracks 5th every time that they scout that, oh, the other guy took the base. What will I do now? And they put down their racks 5th, make like 3 units, and they're all gone. And if the mini base stealing guy does it on the mini base, they just get overwhelmed because defender's advantage. So first off, the 5th building finishes faster than the mini base's attachment, so you'll be behind by 1 unit. But also the fact that the general resource gathering units are nearby and the main base can make units too, obviously. Adventurous Hellbringers here. EOD might actually get an extractor kill. It's more about the Spartan than this. But you see the problem? If you do not make that barracks move that I just described, then you can get some Hellbringers in. And you can cause some trouble. This double extractor, it was just extremely greedy. And it's getting punished. So that is the good aspect of doing the proxy business. But EOD is really just rallying across the map. He's crazy. He's EOD. He's doing EOD things. That's... You guys know. If you watched the rest of this tournament, you know. Dark Angel's expanding. They cleaned up the black minis. whole lot of upgrades coming through. Talon's just upgrading everything. Tractor's back up, but I mean, if you attack this again, EOD is Cutter. You could just drop in some ODSTs for that. Okay, his base gets wrecked. That's not so great. But if he gets vision, which he's prepared for, with the Jackrabbit that's basically dead, it's gonna be dangerous to close in. But I mean, if you put it on the high ground, oh, how did he see that? The grunts. Oh, the methane shuts it all down. Whew, that was tense. Just a few seconds later, and everything would have been different. That was a great defense right there. You don't see that very often. And the Empire strikes back. Not bad at all. Talon's getting some work done. Lark is heading to tier 2, but he just didn't have engineers. If he had engineers on that base, everything would have been different. No, EOD did not lose the Spartan, I'm pretty sure, right? Still here, he just sent it home. Anyway, you can clean up now. That was just unfortunate with the ODST business. They're still going, they'll hit that mini base at the same time. Maybe the Spartan can take away this guy. Take the Fort Wagon. EOD. Oh, he's just running into a mine instead. Ouch. Doesn't want the Fort Wagon. There's elites around now, so you gotta respect that. ODSTs are also pulling away from the fight. Don't want to mess with this. Ouch! Running over mines again. And now with the ODSTs too. Ouch. No healing available anywhere. Where is the healing? There's a Grunt Gobbo. Just seems that Dark Angel is not in this game, although he has a bunch of stuff. It's just cannon fodder, man. His base is blasted. Aww. Squish. Some Nightingales coming in for the EOD army, but it's tiny. The army is so small. Got a pretty decent ODST drop here. That should clean up that base. I think Team Blue is strong enough to move on to whatever target they like. Could be just Dark. Could think about attacking EOD too, but he typically will have the stronger turrets. It's just he doesn't have them upgraded. Nor does he have a second one. It doesn't matter right now. But yeah, Dark is not right now contributing to anything. And with Team Blue having all the power nodes on the map, this is kind of brutal. Okay, he is contributing here. Just ever since he lost that base, he hasn't had any momentum. Now finally getting something done. That was decent. The beam coming down as well. Not the best of beams at all. Yeah, that was just weird. Heavy grunts for now, still tier 1. Oh, tier 2 is unlocked. It's not getting upgraded. When you have that many, you definitely want to get my +1. I think EOD can come and do something about this by taking out the fort wagon. Then potentially doing a big cutter drop on everything. Oh, that ODST satchel just blew up in the middle of all that infantry. That's not bad. Got another raid there. Thank you very much to Paradise. Hope you had a good React stream today. I think we are getting some pretty fun games today for sure. More methane wagons will join the fight. Still not a ton of stuff coming out of Dark, but he's got a decent presence now in the middle of the map. If he adds a few Reavers, he's basically got everything he needs from there. I'm just really missing the engineers from this army. That second base is so critical to get going in the 2v2. Oh boy. Decent archer missile, but of course the gobbles will fix this. Front domes coming in. Should protect against those ODSCs just fine. And the grunts from above could be called in anytime Dark spikes. It's pretty low population here, so it might be necessary sooner rather than later. Sniper's going kind of nuts about those gubbos. He calls in the call-in, and so does EOD. This is kind of threatening now to this army here, and if the methane wagon explodes in the middle of all that infantry, everyone getting stunned there, I think Team Red is finally gaining the upper hand. Oh, another big drop comes through though, so it's not over by far. Both of these teams can reinforce very easily. Daylon is full pop. That's an insane amount of snipers in the back. Holy cow. Are they stanchion? Yes, they are. Well, that's crazy, man. They're actually gonna get absolutely run down by these. One gobbo after the other, they'll all go down. Well, that turned around quick. Turns out the other team has drops too. And they can just take the high ground now. Shoot down whatever few units EOD has left here. Maybe these guys can get a heal. Of course, the damage donut to finish the base off. Wait, it's all at the wrong speed. What's going on? How am I supposed to match this? Unless Pelican just speeding over there. Anyway, more than enough to take out the EOD's base, especially if you aim the Locust on it. They are trying to get some extra stuff going, but it's not happening as Team Blue has their eyes on it. So EOD does lose that. Dark finally has a second base. Still no engineers though. And that's really the main reason why you want Banished in tier 2 here, because if you can just keep these UNSC bases with their strong turrets going, with engineer bubbles and a fast heal rate, then great. It's another dead EOD base, and then they just gotta go for Dark, or maybe just EOD again. With all those stanchion snipers, it shouldn't be a huge issue. It's just Marines, really. Beam and mines. The mines are the threatening ones. Ooh, that was good. Not bad by EOD, cutting the army by a third or so. But there's still plenty of sauce here. No problem. Redneck can keep going forever. Oh, that's a lot of grunts. 18 of them. Make any vehicles, they're just gonna get EMP'd. I like these little warthog run-bys, but I just don't know how you stop it at this point. Oh, Dark's not looking. To be fair, that mine doesn't do that much damage. It does a lot once it's the level 2 version. That's insane. The level 1, you might as well not worry too much. Anyways, this is going to be a resignation here for the first game. Daylon and Redneck having a strong start. Welcome to Rift. This is game number 2 now. Daylon in the blue. And his buddy Redneck in the teal. They're playing as Arbiter and Colony, interestingly. We've done this before. Seems to be a pretty good combo. Very difficult to beat once you have everything at high upgrades and veterancy. Then we got Dark Angel over there in the red. And his buddy EOD in the yellow. They're playing as Anders and Colony. Maybe not the cleanest of mixes, but once again, very powerful straight up pushes with them. It's just, if you have a substantial number of shrouds, I think the Anders Kodiak mid game just isn't all that. And Colony certainly can push through it with Capitano. EOD just playing standard, that's what's to be expected. We got some mini-base dealing action, but we've spoken about this already. It's not too substantial, like ever. Especially on Rift, where you're so closely together. In another one where you got something like Bedrock, the players are far apart, and you could technically double someone, that is a little bit more dangerous, to be fair. Alright. Quick hero here from Redneck. Really? Very early Capitano. That is just a pad anyway, so you don't have to focus on it too much. Always make a single brute or something, or no brute, but Goliath. That should clean it up. Then you can still send the Goliath on aggressive missions. Maybe take out an Expo on the way. This is just gonna be your normal peaceful Rift early game. Power node grabs, expansions, tier 2, and then the game begins. That's usually how this one goes. Kind of wild to see 7 in the Twitch chat again. It's been years, I think. Started seeing you again like last week or something. Be great to see you playing again too. I just crave all these Halo Wars boys playing the game, man. Tournaments, all that stuff. Maybe we just need to shift format entirely and just do a scheduled day for group stages. I don't know. Might be better. We're just really struggling with those signups. Like I said, that Goliath is still pretty good for a counterattack. There are gonna be some grunts here that are invisibros. Maybe the skids can pick them off if they shoot through them. Would be the best bet. Doesn't look to me like EOD will be successful here. Once the cloak goes, the choppers can definitely pick the grunts. And there's more Goliaths coming anyway. Tier 2's on the way. Dark already has it, and he'll pump hogs like there's no tomorrow. With an expo and everything. Redneck's trying to do something similar, but he's much later to tier 2. Daylon's quick on the tier 2, but no expo. That might be a rough one to pull off. Chopperinos are getting picked off left and right. Oh, 7 even watches Company of Heroes. Wow. Thanks, man. Yeah, I can see why you wouldn't always be available to play, but all that going on there. Of course. Got a drop in now from our boy Redneck, and that base, well, it's gone, isn't it? Even the grunts here are so overwhelming in numbers. What is actually the deal with Team Red? They're just getting countered on every front, man. This is a very rough game once again. And Team Blue just takes the entirety of the map. 5 power notes to none. These grunts could technically just go into the main, or they could cloak themselves and get on top of the Kodiaks. This is nasty. What happened? Okay, EOD is gonna have a little bit of a counter drop, but it doesn't amount to much. I'm just getting handled by the grunts. I think Team Red's kind of fallen apart somehow. I'm not sure what's happening here exactly. The Kodiaks are now setting up, but like I said, you just make a handful of shrouds and you push through with the help of big boy Capitano, who's already nearby anyway. So do you just actually go for it? I think he can handle himself. Can't rule out that these guys will stabilize, but it's looking rough, man. Lots of Kodiaks shooting. Drop turret and mines kind of not doing what they needed to do there. The shrouds coming in as well now. If everybody just gets cloaked, they can do to that base whatever they want. But there's detection. Capitano versus Capitano is now on plus the Spartan. It's a little much, but guess what? They just teleport out and those boys just smack the base. It's all good. Still ends up in the garrison. Now it's grunt time. Another colony drop is ready, so they could get on EOD's expansion as well and just stop that from happening entirely. Both Dark and EOD are pretty broke. How many Kodiaks are there? They're pretty well spread out, at least. If nothing else. on with the third generator just now. Likewise here for Redneck. He's just got a really solid colony army. Add in some more shrouds and he can do whatever he wants. I'm a little bit surprised Daylon isn't like making more stuff, but I guess he did just spend a whole lot of money on shields and whatever. And this one's probably not coming up. The Kodiaks are just too much firepower against buildings under construction. They're not gonna happen. They're really good at denying that kind of stuff. Looks like Blue Capitano is kind of outclassed here due to not being garrisoned. Whole bunch of elites shooting at him too, but the yellow one just ejected himself into some stasis mines. That should mean death. Almost guaranteed. No teleport in time. And that Capitano just became 1 star beneath all this fighting. That's gonna be Daylon and Redneck already having their second win. Gamers, game number 3. Daylon is blue. Redneck is teal. They're Team Rallyflag and they're playing as Serena and Decimus on the other side. We got Dark Angel. And we got EOD with the W and a C of Johnson and Serena. Now that's unexpected. EOD takes the middle right away. It will be difficult to hold, supposedly. Very quick power capture from Dark Angel. Using this garrison, your Marines are safe. No problem with that. It looks like it's one of those Cryo Trooper and Hero ice cream truck builds. Trying to turn the map into Winter Wonderland. Maybe they'll get to freeze an enemy base as well, but Daylon already reacting to the fact that he doesn't have a mini base. He's getting mass Cryo Troopers out as well. Serena typically not one of the leaders that you see people going for a lot in 1v1s, but 2v2s, things are a little bit different because you're reducing the damage of the enemy army around you. And you're chilling them, and overall, just pretty damn strong, but Ice Cream Truck does beat Cryo Troopers, I can tell you that. Oh wait, this is Dark Angel's Johnson, sorry. EOD is not making an Ice Cream Truck. He is making double Cryo Troopers. So I misspoke earlier. The bunker is empty, so it will just be destroyed. I'm not sure why Dark put it there. There was nothing in it. Question in the chat, what are the strongest UNSC leaders? Typically Forge and Cutter. In some cases it can be Isabel. If you can make it to the late game with Isabel, she's insane. And then the others are quite situational. They have some crazy matchups. They struggle in many. In general, you're better off with most Spanish leaders than most UNSC leaders. That Johnson's about to get it. As you can see, that's kind of problematic against Decimus. If you're not in the garrison, you're gonna get pulled and wrecked. It looks like EOD and Dark are just getting overrun. I'm not sure what happened with the bunkers there. Like the first one just didn't do anything. The second one is getting shattered. And the shatter damage is pretty wild. So that bunker will be swiftly destroyed as well. EOD is trying to reinforce now with a little bit of sniping action, but there wasn't an ice cream truck. It's kind of a shame. would have done a lot of help here. Well, I mixed up the two players earlier. Sorry to call it that. Well, I think that's the middle cleaned up. Then I'm afraid the blue guys can just go after whatever they like. Well, they already starting to chill dark side base. Johnson's back out again, but that's expensive to have to make him upgrade him. And then again do it after 2 bunkers were destroyed. And once again, there's another one. But EOD's not getting into it. Dark's just an 18 pop, man. And let me tell you, these brutes are gonna open up that bunker. Probably. Probably not. Okay, that bunker actually is working. Warlord might be a little bit in trouble. He's siphoning as much as he can, but the sniper should finish him off. And we got an EMP Mech Blast on top of everything, so these Cryo Troopers are now toast. Dark Angel gets the mini. He might be able to even escape the beam. Right into the bunker. Nope. Does not get it. Once again, painful. But it seems like Daylon is running out of steam a little bit. It doesn't look like there's much more from Redneck either. EOD's Cryo Troopers are large enough in number now to threaten anything. Hey Egg, thank you very much for your Twitch sub. Appreciate you. We got Grenade Throw getting upgraded by EOD. He just keeps bumping the units forever, man. That's solid. It's looking good. Okay, we got another Johnson hero. It's the 3rd one now from Dark. Hopefully he gets something done with it this time. And maybe even swaps to a 2nd generator. That wouldn't be bad. Can have a bunker in. 3 snipers are trying to defend this spot. That is quite a lot. Vortex is going to weaken all these units and the bunker. Suicide Grunt's trying to connect, but there are snipers in there. So it's not very easily done at all. Will the generator actually just not go down? With the Warlord around, I could see it not happening. And that's a great stun on the rabbits. Daylon snipers are numerous enough to just get the work done. Johnny's nearly here, but by the time he arrives, there's nothing left. Takes 2 sniper shots to take another one out. So with some good targeting, you can do a lot of work with that. Bunch of icicles coming through. Nobody wants to mess with 5 snipers though as an infantry hero. That's just not happening. He's going tier 2. He left the 2 barracks up, funnily enough. Not sure what that's all about. But I think he's just gonna get some Mantis now. Sorry, he's yeah, he's Serena. He's not gonna do that. Could have just kept the barracks at this point. He's very broke right now. Trying to do something with the minis, but it's not gonna happen. Certainly can't attack Daylon. He didn't lose anything. The bad news for Dark is he doesn't have a base coming up or anything like that. He has the money, so he absolutely should start a base up. Hell, he could start 2 bases up. Let's see if he can defend at least EOD's base. Who's gonna make Frost Ravens now. EOD with more and more bases. I don't think that's gonna happen, sir. Things are gonna get rough from here. With Decimus having found the Siphon done. No whole lot of anti-air, so the Frost Raven's gonna have a party for a short while. And likewise, Johnson in the bunker is doing some work. Of course, that's a lot of healing. Oh, great EMP Mac Blast. Getting almost all of the snipers down. But I'm afraid Johnson has his days numbered. What Johnson? He's gone. Brutal business. Maybe the Frost Ravens can, however, destroy the Warlord. They have their upgrade. You can tell from the thick beams. I don't think they're gonna get the shatter on that one. And EOD loses the base, but does kill a hero at least. It's something. He's not gonna be adding a lot to this battle anymore. The Bison's coming out, so cue the ice cream truck song, I suppose. Johnny's gonna be back. So got a bunch of Mantis. Ooh, great catch on that ice cream truck. I don't think it's gonna get to escape. It's a great wall in there that they've got going on. You don't see that every day. This one is thick. You can't just walk out of this. Ice cream truck. I gotta say though, this blue army is getting large. And once those brutes are upgraded by... It's not happening. It's grunt upgrades. What? Why wouldn't you upgrade the brutes? There's no grunts. Very few grunts. Huh. Well, EOD's ice cream truck is just very unupgraded for now. It's getting the upgrade, but it will take a moment. And he's gonna get some Kodiaks. Which is gonna be good against this ground army business. Also like the Mantis move. I think that's gonna be nice here. But absolutely, Redneck should have upgraded the brutes. And shouldn't be blobbing them here. Because Kodiaks and Mantis, they'll eat them up. That's for sure. You want to play Red Alert? That has gotten a remaster, not game 2 though. I think only game 1 got it, which is bonkers. 2 was a popular one. Yeah, we got all the business here. Nice one. Oh, the drops, ladies and gents. Everybody's frozen. The ice cream trucks are blowing up. Woo! All that shatter damage is doing some work. Tanks won't last too long here. More ice explosions. Yes. I think Dark Angel might just have 3 buildings. But should shift the power dynamic a little bit. Colossi are coming in. Okay, that really might shift the power dynamic here. There's just not a lot of Daylon business anymore. And Decimus drop is nice, but I don't think he can kill all that. Wait, what? Should you upgrade generator at Tech 1? Sir, you do not go Tech 2 without 2 upgraded generators, really. You always upgrade the generator the moment you can. Okay, the 2 superheroes are now going nuts. Like I said, just watch a whole lot of our matches that we upload. I always talk about this kind of stuff a lot in the early games. Mostly for 1v1s though. That's why I have more time to talk about it. With 2v2s there's just too much going on. Hey, they put a point on the scoreboard. Like I said, the Mantis absolutely changed everything. And then all these shatters from EOD supporting it is just wonderful. Well done. Here goes, ladies and gents. We've got ourselves a Daylon. We've also got ourselves a Redneck. They're playing as the very much predicted Atriox and Johnson combo. It's going to be good at holding the middle of the map. It's going to be very powerful with those bunkers. The other team doesn't have this option. So they're going something completely different. A little bit of Decimus and Pavium together. EOD being the Pavium, not Dark, which is double weird. But hey. Usually Dark is the Pavium. It's really interesting to see EOD steal that from him. Anyway. Getting a good early scout off here. Seeing that there's a hero coming from both players. Probably. It's very early Sergeant Johnson. You normally don't see that. Armory 4th. Wow. More hero builds for everybody. This is wild. Okay, so normally you do some kind of UNSC and banished combo on this map because it allows you to have both snipers and choppers and powerful heroes. Obviously everyone has decent heroes, but especially the banished ones are just a little bit on the stronger side because they don't have as much utility to them as the Spartans do with the hijack. Or with the healing from Johnson or stuff like that. No, they're just more about combat. Interestingly, EOD is gonna go Suicide Grunts early on here. But he's gonna be facing heroes which are rather tanky against them, so they can take it. However, the Suis are gonna be nice to stun the bunker units. That's exactly what might happen here. The split is basically perfect. Not even one grunt goes down to that Suicide Grunt connection. Like I said, controlling the middle is going to be their forte for Team Blue. Snipers would be indeed very nice to have, but I think it's going to be Johnson that puts snipers here into the bunkers, actually. Because no one else can make one. Oh, and upgraded Chosen Boy. He can one-shot Suicide Grunts. So just saying, this is probably going to go terribly for EOD to make any more of those guys. It should have been Brutes that he makes. Hopefully get some stunts in, but ideally it would have been just a Warlord. Oh, sorry, Brutes. Yeah, Brutes and Hero. That's fine. Because then you can do all sorts of nasty things. You can do the targeting laser with the Pavium Hero. Slow everyone down, and then this guy comes in to hit them with the big hammer, followed by a vortex And if you have third point, you can rain of fire those vortex units. That's pretty wild. That looked like a vortex level 2 to me. And we'll get rid of that bunker almost immediately. Okay, I gotta say those mines were rather effective. Suicide Grunts are gonna take down Johnny. Together with some mines. But all the yellow grunts are basically toast at this point. So what now? Is the Warlord gonna try to pull in the Chosen? I wouldn't recommend it because there's so many snipers, right? Like that Redneck is doing the expo. EOD is doing it as well, but nobody else at the moment has started that work. Maybe Dark Angel can go tier... No, he can't go tier 2. That's the second generator just coming online. Oh my goodness. At least EOD is a good setup. And maybe he can do a sick burnout for the third generator as he's tier 2. And gains the extra 2 slots. Still, Team Blue will control the middle, that's just a fact. Also, the Mantis can't be too far off now. Just kind of worried for EOD here. If he gets overwhelmed before the Wraith Invaders really get going, that could be devastating. And there's so many snipers here. All you need to do is kill that first Wraith Invader. It's not enough to kill the first. There's gonna be 2. That's actually gonna be 2. Now in the bunker, it's gonna be difficult to dislodge him, but there's mobile bunkers. It's fine in theory. Do you remember those Wraith Invaders do heal? EMP Mech Blast takes out all the grunts. And the snipers are showing that Warlord who's really boss here. There's gonna be also a beam on his heroes, but they're immune for the moment. Splitting up pretty good as well. Johnson does go down. This still might be a little bit too much. Those limousines are insane, man. Running down the Chosen like it's nothing. It will destroy one of them, but at what cost? Looks like Blue got told to go home, but these two teams are just kind of destroying each other. Let's fight. That'll make a good clip later, right? A lot of jump routes coming out of Dark soon. There's also a third extractor in EOD's base now. It's gonna be great for burnout 3, which he hopefully has. Because he'll need to pump these limousines out. That's their way back into the game anyway, I would say. Mantis production is going. And Johnny's being remade. Nothing unexpected there. Of course, Dark is gonna upgrade Dark Skies. For Dark Skies. recruits, the better. Turns out snipers are a good counter to infantry. Who the funk? He's still going to be firmly in tier 2, but he's upgraded that third extractor. He's burning it out right now with the rear buildings. Which is pretty good news. More Wraith Invader pumping. He's soon going to go tier 3. He's just got one more unit to make here. Is this finals? Yes. Reinforcements getting upgraded there in the middle. MP Mac Blast getting those limousines a little bit. It's too much firepower. They're all gone. We got Vortex on the blue army now. But the Mantis are holding strong for now. Bunker will be destroyed, but there's a 1-star chosen in there, and I'm pretty sure he's got his full upgrades. That's gonna be insane. Daylon in tier 3 here should be able to do pretty much whatever he wants. And there's a lot of Mantis support. They're taking down those hunters like it's no problem at all. That's without significant sniper support anymore, because they went down. There's still plenty around here. It looks like the engineers will be surviving the beam too. They can keep doing this. That bubble is definitely very effective. Little miss from that chosen there. But it should be possible to finish that warlord off. Mantis going to the base to destroy it. It's pretty undefended right now by Dark. He's trying for a shield generator, but it's not happening. Chosen still partying here in the bunker. He gets a few more kills. I think he'll star up. Great news for Redneck as he's tier 3 and already pumping out a Colossus. He's got this Johnson upgraded to tier 3. Pew-pewing with that chain gun Gauss upgrade thingy. Oh, Decimus dropping in the middle. Oh, that hurts. That hurts a lot. The Nightingales are going down. My. One of them barely survives. That's helpful. But those hunters are Giga Chads at the moment. They can handle this. Oh, that's 3 very dead Mantis right there with that pull. The pull is so strong, man. Anyways, they probably did want to be replaced by the Colossus, right? It's gonna be a little difficult to push into hunters, though, I have to say. Oh, hello there. This one has this been going on? It's kind of hidden under the rally flags. Anyway, they're gonna deal with it. You know, they tried, man, but that didn't do anything. Bunch more limos out. Doesn't look to me like it's terribly threatening. It's mostly hunters. It's tough for the UNSC army. I'm not sure the Banished care much about this. Good EMP Mac blast there, guys. And the follow-up seems pretty good too, because that Chosen is ripping Hunters up easy. Plus, the Colossi are now starting to follow. There's just one Colossus still. What's going on here? Okay, there's 3. Once they're in the army, that should make a big difference. Oh, that Warlord just owned that one. Maybe the Chosen's worth teleporting out if we have teleport. Looks like we did. All the boys are invulnerable. Shouldn't Johnson get in that bunker? Eradication. Holy shit. Good split from the guys. They avoided that nicely, I'd say. But Johnson maintains his position in the bunker. That one's gonna be a hold. Chosen still only 1 star, interestingly enough. That's gonna be 2 Colossi in the fight now. It's got to be respected a little bit. Anyway. Mega turrets. Okay, that's also pretty good. That is pretty good too. Blisterbacks, or as I like to call them, blasterbacks. The beam is that on the engineer, so oh my god, move it. They're not moving it. It's fine though, because there's Colossi. I'm not sure they care about the blaster backs, especially not just 2 of them. Great vortex there though. Oh. Everybody's gone. I think these boys might benefit from a stomp upgrade. Just in case that happens again. Okay, Doc's getting 7 slots now. Our boy doesn't have a lot of population, so EOD is kind of on his own for a moment. What is our boy hiding? Exactly. Where's his stuff? EOD. Where's his stuff? Is it all just hunters? Is that it? Oh, I guess so. I think, guys, the dark one's a scarab. There's no other explanation, right? You should have stuff. EOD, feed him. You're Pavium. You can feed him. Quick burnout. Give him money. Oh boy. Might be too late. It's a nice Decimus drop you got there. It'd be a shame if something happened to it, Dark. Oh no. EMP Mech Blast on the limousines. They're so gone. They're so gone right now. Oh my goodness. Snipers going nuts on that hero. We don't have a lot of big mechs anymore. This is more than enough firepower to keep going. Mechs are getting yield. They're not going down. They're not gonna yield. We got a shield generator coming up. And it saved the base. Maybe for a little bit. It will buy time, but it's mostly Colossi now here for our teal boy. And it's gonna be only more than that. Even vultures getting added in. This is a really strong mix. Just need to do something about those engineers and it should be all good. Surprised we're still seeing freaking elites here, but I mean, it's not a terrible idea if you're going up against so many brutes like earlier. It's just brutes? I mean hunters. But it's ended. It's gone. They're no longer being spammed. Vortex and Rain of Fire. Now that's something I wanted to see the whole time here. Of course, our boys are gonna go invulnerable. Still not gonna get any of the Nightingales with all this. And even the ones that had been destroyed, they would have come back anyway with combat salvage. 3 stars on the Chosen, by the way. Good luck killing that. As if the other things were easier to kill. This is terrible use for EOD and Dark. I think they're gonna get defeated here right now. Any second now. Mega turrets doing some nice scorching here, but it doesn't matter. It's too much firepower. Veteran snipers, ladies and gents. Veteran snipers indeed. And that's that. EOD gives up. Dark's gonna give up in a second too. Oh, not before he gets eradicated, excuse me. Yeah, that shield gen wasn't gonna come up, in fact. I like big mechs and I cannot lie. Ladies and gents, you might be surprised because there's some used leader in this already. This is a penalty match because Team Rallyflag actually picked Jerome, and for that there's a penalty where the other team, Dark Seb, can not only pick their own leader but also that of Rallyflag without restrictions, including leaders that were already used. So Daylon here and Redneck are going to be playing as a result using Vortis and Johnson. Definitely not their ideal picks in this one. And on the other side we got Dark Angel and EOD, and they'll be playing as Forge and Colony. So that should be one of the worst matchups possible for Team Blue. If they win this, that's incredible. Highly unlikely it will happen. This Kid Chopper early game should absolutely destroy that Grunt, but it doesn't look like it will come to that. The Choppers wants to fight each other. Obviously, Daylon is gonna just leave because he can't beat this. That means that the power is going to EOD, who's also gonna be grabbing a raid camp here right now. So is Daylon, but I have to say that the Skid Chopper here should give an advantage to whatever comes out of that base. Some early power node capturing going on between all of these guys. Dark Angel will probably get an early Forge Hog, indeed. And we'll see Johnson from These guys, no Vortis hero. Obviously on tier 1 it wouldn't be advisable. Might have some brutes getting made, but no, it doesn't look like it. Daylon's not making brutes. It's making choppers only. Jerome wasn't picked because Jerome was banned. Straight up banned by the players. So, this. Jerome was banned, you see. So they're reusing some leaders in this one. EOD already used Colony up, for example. But now he's allowed to use him again, because, you know, penalty game. Oh, this rush is looking actually pretty potent, I have to say. Johnny is here. Gets a good little setup with that bunker over there. Many Hellbringers already. Now EOD is coming in to help with the Capitano. The two heroes together are rather potent. It's very important not to shoot too much at that armory. It's not doing much helping. Oh, can they get that? Forge Hog, holy cow, that was an insane... That was an insane connection with the anvil round. Chopper went flying up like as high as it goes. Never seen such a high explosion from them. Is this generator not gonna go down or what? Johnson's pulled back to get the shields back up, of course. And there will be a second bunker, but the first one explodes. Unfortunately here for Johnny. Looks like Dark is gonna lose the generator. Excuse me. Counterattack is now on. Holy shit. I mean, I expected EOD to get the upper mini base, but he's already here with 3 brutes and ransacking Daylon's base together with choppers. He should be able to keep going too. I don't think Daylon has got what it takes to clean this up. Hell, EOD is probably gonna just call in more Goliaths. Right here. So he's gonna destroy both of Daylon's bases, and the rush seems to be largely forted. As that Capitano and Forge Hog together should be able to take this garrison down now. Wait, why is he running? Why are you running? Oh no, he dead. He dead. Well, hey, Daylon keeps the home base. Nice one. Guess what? Dark expanded too. And he's got the second generator coming up now. Johnny's still partying here. Big guys Johnson might just go down this time. But they've still got some decent amount of map control. Like, it was a good job dealing with the Goliaths in the end. Daylon might be able to recover somewhat. Especially if they have some power nodes, but easier said than done. Well, these Hellbringers are not safe against the Forge Hog. They're expanding everywhere. Darks with the third base. EOD with base number 4. It's never enough bases, man. the infantry's down now. Oh, they're letting that Hellbringer go. Alright. Maybe not. Dark can smell the veterancy. That Forge Hog will be 1 star one day. Clean out maybe 1 more set. I could see it. Johnny's back out. No 2nd gen still. Ugh. Will take forever to get anywhere. EOD just taking all the bases. Because he can. Because he's EOD. The builder. Another colony drop. Yeah, they don't want it anymore. They just captured everything. Oh my god. The penalty game. Brutal. That's a matchup right there. Okay, ladies and gents, we've got ourselves our game number 6 already. Dalon in the blue and Redneck in the teal. They're playing as Shipmaster and Forge. And then on the other side, we've got Dark Angel in the red, EOD in the yellow. They're playing as Shippy and Atriox. Should be pretty good. Got the 2nd generator build coming up. Nothing too surprising here. Dalon's going for the early hero. Probably better than scouts on this map. Super early expo from EOD. That's insane, actually. He's just gone double gen. Followed up by hero. Letting Dark have the minis. This is wild business. But it suits Atriox. You just go fortifications, you get the super cheap bases, you can go free bases. Hell, probably just put the 3rd one here, right? Runs out having an absolute party as well with the Sentinels. Capturing the power nodes here and there. And Team Red is just a little bit ahead in that department right now. Oh, and to anyone wanting to learn Halo Wars 2 competitively, like Darfnox is in the chat, we got like lower level tournaments as well, so you can just get started with that while you're learning. We'll definitely let you play 1 or 2. Even if you have a good RTS background. Okay, the honor guard is now out. And he's getting his plasma rounds upgrade. The Chosen's right now safe in the garrison, no problem with that. Until he does, he's pretty basic. Doesn't do much. Double fortifications? No, we didn't have double. Just single. You'll get the 3rd base with the double fortifications. This guy's insane. I love him. Dark's Go spam is going strong. But the Anvil round probably shuts this down for now. Honor Guard will escape. No problem there. And EOD doesn't want the business. Water pump should begin. Soon TM. I don't think the ghosts can quite snipe this Forge Hog, but maybe they can get the Honor Guard there together with the Chosen, but he just gets out of here. Not bad. Probably gets a full heal as well in the extract heal. Close. Not quite full. Base isn't gonna happen. EOD, oh my god, what are you doing? What are you doing, EOD? This guy's insane. I love it. I mean, they already shot one down. And he's just gonna build up 4 of them. It will be extremely difficult for him to reach tier 2, right? He's tier 2. He can make hunters. After score trans, of course. Barrage pump. It's real. This can definitely shut down at least one of these bases, right? It would be crazy if not. What's Dark up to anyway? He's getting to tier 2. He's got some extra ghosts here and there. And his second base, so that's not too bad. But the ghosts aren't getting anything done over here. It's a little tickle damage, but Hero and Hogs together are too much for it. Beam in the engineers, but they do miss. Chosen's gonna have a good time in the garrison, I would say. Decent beam, but heavy metal will be beating the Forge Hog there. I'm not sure that Chosen can hold on, even with all this engineer healing and the bubble. The bubble's gonna pop! No, your 401k's are toast. That's it. Yikes. Sorry, chat. I'm not even sure Dark can defend that extractor, to be honest. There's just no stuff here. The Wolverine is here. What's EOD got to offer him at this point? The key definitely is overextending, right? Some hunters would have been nice earlier, but too little, too late. Dark's getting bullied hard right now. Tier 3 coming in for our Forge. We might see some Gauss Hogs. I love me some Gauss Hogs. Banshee play? No, EOD can't be serious about that. Is this just Hunter Banshee with Marauder? Looks like it. Dark's supporting it very nicely. It's good work. Not gonna lie, this could actually work. I would have liked to see from Dark a hero though. That could have been nice. And so far EOD's holding all the bases, so it's starting to actually really pay off. They're gonna take this to game 7, man. And I'm gonna be here until late at night. I never get to have a rest, man. These games are just so wild. I really thought that Team Rallyflag just absolutely were on a roll, right? Oh, such things are not guaranteed, evidently. Still want to see Gosshogs. And while EOD doesn't have a lot of stuff yet, his economy is just bonkers. I'm not even sure he needs tier 3 to really be competitive here. Just the hunters. Is Rallyflag tested? Yes, we had a team member that that didn't show, and it was really low signups today, right? Like the numbers weren't great. So we decided to swap it a few minutes after the tournament started, so we couldn't swap the team name, and so it changed. If you're looking at the bracket, it's no longer accurate naming wise. The player named Tess wasn't playing. Ooh, that beam is good, but Shippy just recalls out of this. And heavy metal absorbs the beam. All these units are heavily armored right now. Three-star Hunter's getting caught though, that's a good pick. And still EOD keeps his base. Now Redneck does have problems with overall population. The Dark Angel has reached tier 3, that's pretty good. Getting out some more engineers. But also Wraiths now. A lot of Wraiths are coming soon. Now these guys are gonna try to do something about this base over here. You know, they might be able to save it. I'm not sure how many fortification upgrades he got. But if this base is as tanky as one might hope, then I think they'll secure it for long enough. Looks like the Shippy army is gonna go across the teleporter through the corner there. And yeah, the turrets are gonna go down, right? No doubt about that. But Wraiths might be able to manage the situation. It's nice to have a Hornet or a 3. As those Wraiths aren't going to be able to necessarily handle that. EOD doesn't also want to defend it. Yeah, this base is probably just toast, isn't it? He can sell his shield generator for pretty good money. Before the Kodiak stop him from doing it. That's going to be definitely a destroyed base. Come on, EOD. Yeah, he sells it. Shield, that's good. That's good. That's the expensive building there. Pads, not so much. Maybe it will be easier to defend here. But also, do mind, Dark is doing a counter attack with Wraiths. If he gets a few more in there, which he doesn't have right now, but if he did get a few more in there, he could actually do base damage. Right now, those buildings are going to hold rather nicely. That is so many. Daylon has this fascination with elites. I don't understand. Especially after this tier 3 transition should already be on the way, right? He's still making elites. I guess he wants to deal with the hunters, right? It's not a unit that scales very nicely into tier 3. You don't have a unique upgrade for them. It'd be very nice if they did. Eradication going down on that UNSC base, which is obviously not shielded. A lot of the buildings are red bar or down. So if Dark could finish that off, that would be great, but there's not a lot of stuff. EOD might do it though. With that Chosen maybe? Nope. That was a weird displacement. Well, if EOD's hunters are just gonna go down there, I don't think he's gonna kill more buildings. Unfortunately, half the pads stay up. So that was not the best of eradications. Got the beam in the middle of that blob. Might get the unicorns there. Oh, the engineers are super dead. But I think it would have been an even better beam into the rangers. It's just tanks already can handle them, so why waste the beam, right? I'm just not sure they're actually gonna be able to get them because we've got grizzlies getting dropped in, ladies and gents. Chosen might need to come back to help here. Four power nodes for Team Red. Not bad at all. EOD still in tier 2, but I'm pretty sure he wants to be in tier 3 now. We got the raid level 2, definitely for Dark. Those raves are fast, boy. Now it's their turn to counterattack. This is actually increasingly starting to look like a possible Game 7. And as Team Blue gets themselves together, it's just gonna take a long amount of time for those tanks to stroll across the map. By the time this base is gone, Ashes is large. Well, so much for that. The Shipmaster's mobility is pretty damn useful, isn't it? Now EOD is comfortably able to head up to tier 3 as well, but he's rather upgrading vehicles and whatnot. He doesn't want tier 3. What is this guy doing? He's got freaking 5 generators. Oh my god. Gotta be a little careful about those elites still. The hunters are not gonna like that. And that tier 3 Fortrog is a monstrosity. Well, Dark is around to siege this base. Getting a Kodiak there is pretty good. Taking out the turret seems to be no problem. EOD is not engaging. That's the wise decision. Maybe some of these buildings from up high can be destroyed. And Dark should be able to still escape. That would be the ideal way to do this, anyway. Oh, didn't get that last air pad, but that's okay. Starting to make vultures now. Could make a big difference. Well, certainly Dark will have to shift into way more Reavers than he'd like. Because that's just going to be a constant threat from here on out. Fortunately for him, already EOD has thought about this. Oh, that's a very nasty beam right there. And it's going to be countered by teleport. The engineers are going to be in massive trouble if that hits. Still 5 power nodes for Team Red, by the way. Can EOD start playing now? It's tier 3 now. The Chosen's getting the upgrade. Vehicles are getting their upgrades. So I guess this push is actually going to be pretty damn potent. Got 4 vultures. Might be difficult to make anything happen, even with that kind of army. Hunters are pretty terrible against buildings, right? So you just target down what you can in terms of vehicles. Our boys get displaced. So that should mean even more pickups coming through. And that Honor Garden might actually have a chance to get veterancy, but not in a rush to. Chosen has a star on him. Oh, these guys can displace too. Pretty decent beam. We'll get that Forge Hog for sure this time. It was overall expensive, but not ineffective. Getting the 2-star Hunters especially is always nice. And maybe now they can counterattack. Especially with just a handful of these vultures around. EOD has more than enough Reavers to handle the situation. And he's got this one upgraded again. Alright. Another eradication on this base. All the buildings are down. 3 just the turrets left. And that should be an easy kill on the honor guard as well. Looks like Redneck's gonna lose the base, guys. We are getting the game 7. I did slip them a note before these games have started. You know, we want the game 7. Wink, wink, hint, hint. And it worked. Ladies and gents, get ready for the last game. It's a best of 7 with 7 games. It's the best kind of best of 7. Daylon in the blue, and in the teal, his buddy, Redneck, playing as Pavium, and Anders on the other side of the map. We've got Dark Angel in the red, and in the yellow, this is EOD. They're playing as Kinsano and Arbiter, a really cool combo here, I would say. Almost total opposites, but their 4th point drops together are bonkers. So, you know, Kinsano has this constant aggression about her, but Arbiter can really support it at that point, and earlier with Ghosts. So we'll probably see some of that. This Marine gets unfortunately caught there. Good job by Daylon. Is he gonna also pick off the rabbit? That would be insane. There's an actual chance for it here. Change target. Oh! Insane. All the early game units getting absolutely picked apart there. But the chopper goes down too. Didn't get away to gather some resources after that. That would be wild. 4 choppers. Dylan has really good mini base control, man. If he also gets this middle one, Dark is actually in a little bit of trouble. Like, Kinsano really scales with regards to the number of mini bases controlled. The more of that you have, the better your red line gets. So you really want as many of those as possible early on. At least EOD for himself has been able to get out some Ghosts, and he's got his Arbiter on the way. Interesting choice to go Arbiter here instead of Ghost, by the way. There's no Ghosts, just the initial one. Huh. It's actually infantry. But he's gonna go and put on some serious pressure. And we'll see if Dark Angel can support that properly. Good number of Marines here. I also like the addition of the Hellbringers. They should be able to handle the elites reasonably well for now. Especially as more Hellbringers get added in. I'd love to see a sniper or two, because, you know, Redneck already has a Spartan. That's good enough. Now EOD is here. But the Arbiter, and we've also got more. Oh my goodness. What just happened? Redneck just lost most of the infantry, and we've got the backup from Dark Angel. Whole lot of grenade Marines able to deal with those choppers for the most part, and there's snipers in there. The Arbiter has really good health still. I think he could just keep going, capture that power node, destroy the mini base. Looking good. Who's gonna get this? Daylon? Yeah, he buys it. Can definitely upgrade his pads. He's doing it. It's a good idea. Every little bit will count here. You just don't want to let this snowball. So it will be very important to have some suicide grunts and a whole lot of choppers. And snipers. You need a little bit of everything there. You know, he's already building. It's what he likes. It's what he's good at. Power node control still in favor of red team. But I don't see them taking this high ground, honestly. That's that's asking for much. Dark's kind of getting picked apart a little bit there. I wish he had taken this garrison. Right now he's getting chased all the way back home. Maybe those Marines can get another kill or something. Hey, nice one. Can EOD hold on to the base? Maybe not. Nate's largely getting dodged. It's an unfortunate little position because there's this slope, and as the choppers go down it, they just lose the tracking of the grenades, right? So good use of the position there. Not so lucky for Dark. But he might get the Spartan kill as a consolation prize. He does that, that's not so bad. Oh, he's getting mined, however. The snipers need to shoot the mines. I guess that's not so bad, losing just a handful of Marines. Hellbringers. EOD is still partying over here. Oh, he's raging a little, but doesn't actually get to fight anything with it. Tier 2 coming up for Redneck, but I don't think he's allowed to have that base down there. And we're getting dangerously close to that 4th point, right? Like, as these guys fill up the bars now, EOD must be very close to having it already. I think once they do 4th point drops together, they can wipe out any player they want, right? They just seem so ahead right now. Gonna be controlling all the power nodes on top of everything. It's EOD and Dark are eating well right now. And whoever is victorious, it comes down to this match. There's no second tries here. Unless, of course, we get one of those weird disconnects. Or if we get to a 1 hour match, then we would have to actually continue because, you know, it would be a draw. Now at that point we'll see one of the maps twice, if that does happen. Fortunately, those situations are very rare. Oh my god, Bike Rush is raiding us. Everybody's raiding us. What's going on? This whole day has been like this. Well, you guys are just in time for the final match of the finals. Unless something bad happens. Welcome, everybody. And thanks to Bike Rush for the raid. Hope you had a good one. CNC, I'm guessing? Something else today? Defensive drop is a bit of a surprise because there was already an engineer here and the Nightingale, so that's more than enough for defense. But we've also got a really strong attack on the other side. As I said, this 4th point drop business is just kind of nuts. The Arbiters upgraded to tier 2, and the Elites are going to be having a party here in Redneck's base. It's not looking so very good. The anti-infantry turret shooting the Arbiter, but the Arbiter's barely taking any damage. All the generators will be destroyed. So it's a very tough situation for Team Blue to take right now. Looks like the Flame Hawks will be just fine. EOD is going all air as a follow-up. Funnily enough, he doesn't want to seemingly deal with that anti-infantry turret, but he did destroy 2 gens. That's more than good enough, and our boy doesn't want to rebuild them anyway. Maybe he'll do it at the expo or something. But he also lost the mini bases, so this is a really tough situation to be in. The Arbiter is just gonna leave. Whew. Ah, that was a King's Wrath event. Very nice, very nice. Yeah, I saw you picked up on casting a little bit, Bike Rush. That's great. And we'll see what these Banshees can do. They're certainly unexpected right now. Team Blue is absolutely not ready to deal with it. Spartan versus Arbiter could be going in Arbiter's favor depending on whether there's other leader powers available. Dark Angel will be helping out a little bit with a drop turret. That's a big play. Got to be careful with those mines, not to run into them. I think the Banshees have got this. Hey, he still runs into it. Yeah, careful with the Spartan now, but otherwise the Banshees should easily deal with it. Counterattack though is looking strong. It's unusual to see Pavium doing so well on this side, right? Like, you normally don't expect Pavium on Vault. That's just usually not the case. But we've got the Dark Skies Brutes absolutely hammering this base. And it's not doing so hot right now, but EOD stasis is that, so that should shut this down for a moment. Probably not enough time to buy time for shields. He'll have to fly home with the Banshees, but hey, these guys destroyed the base. So as long as he holds himself, then nothing too bad has happened. And oh, actually, Dark Angel has what it takes to save it. He drops in the big Kinsano Firestorm battle group, and that should clean up everything. Like I said, Pavium not the most mobile choice. You cannot reinforce an army like that. And now the mini bases are gonna get it. You're gonna get it very much indeed. Another set of Flamehawk drops. Every unit of Dark Angels right now is veteran except like a handful. Just Gisano living off of drops. Absolute classic. And EOD has all the minis. He could buy some more bases if he wants. Now to go after those generators. You could absolutely stick some plasma bolts in between those generators if so desired. But our Anders Gamer will now be calling in the Retriever Sentinel. There's not any significant anti-air here, so you gotta be a little careful with that. Maybe it's time to fix that. Dark Angel's tier 2, EOD is tier 3. So perhaps the answer is with Banshees, but considering that there's already Reavers, you gotta be careful. EOD, no! EOD! Oh, that generator. Maybe this guy can... Okay, he's got it. Arbiter's upgraded to the tier 3 version now. And maybe the Retriever can do something about all this. Definitely don't want to fight this with Banshees. You'll need your own Reavers. And if Dark Angel can spare, it should be also some tanks. But he's currently pumping Wingman Hornets? What? Dark Angel? Man. If you nuke this thing 4 or 5 times, it goes down 5 times. Pretty sure it's 5. Plasma Bolt comes down. Powers the Banshees, but they still don't want to mess with the Reavers. There's too many of them. Best to use the mobility right now and just not mess with this. I hate the Wingman Hornet idea from Dark. It's terrible. Is this Redneck's first tournament appearance? Actually, yes. Oh, wait. Inferno! On Redneck's main, speaking of him. And this Arbiter's just gonna rip it all to shreds. There's no healing here whatsoever. All the buildings are toast. That's the income. Bye-bye. Oh, and there's some elites for good measure. Yeah, take out the last buildings too. And by the way, there's he's trying to make some generators. Why not stop that? Oh. There are 0 points of fortification upgrades done. You can bet. It's all gone. It's all gone. Maybe those Wingman Hornets will do fine. Okay, he's swapping to Vultures, thank God. Otherwise, I was gonna throw a fit. A Spartan here, but pretty inconsequential. This is what matters. Let's see how that goes. We've got a call in on the Lich, but by the time I get there, it's already gone. Too many Banshees. That's a lot of anti-air firepower. Yeah, with the plasma torpedoes. And with Dark Angel now having some Vultures himself, he can start the nuking process, but he'll need a whole lot more than one. Dude, EOD has bases everywhere, and there are no buildings for our blue boy. Teal boy, excuse me. Daylon's alright for now. You can make Reavers. Reavers are nice. But then what? Another nuke comes through. Another nuke comes through. Plasma Bolt. Banshees. Retriever is dead, guys. There's no way this lasts. They give up. That's it. EOD and Dark. Oh my goodness, that was such a comeback throughout this series. Not this last game, this was pretty damn well played by Dark Seb. It's just, it was such a long road to get here, wasn't it? That was absolutely insane how they pulled that off. No doubt the penalty game has helped in their favor, so that was great for them, but I think it really hit Daylon's and Redneck's spirit there. Either way, GG's, that's going to be first and second place right there, ladies and gentlemen, with Dark Seb taking first and Rallyflag taking second. GG's. We want to thank our website patrons. This is by far the best way to support MetaPlays. Your contribution helps keep the project sustainable and allows us to produce more and better content. If you aren't yet a patron, check out our link in the description and get in touch to collect your perks. We will see you the next time.